Lolita, light of my life, fire of my loins, my spin, my soul, Lolita.
Hello everyone, it is Skylar, and today I'm going to be showing you all the best things I thrifted while I was in Japan. So while I was in Japan, I did a ton of thrift shopping, so I was able to get a lot of good stuff. I even got stuff that are from like big Japanese brand names, so things that cost like a ton of money, but I got for really cheap. I think I only got like one expensive thing, at least expensive to me, because I'm a cheap person, so when something goes over $20, I'm like, oh fuck. So let's just get into the video. So the first thing is, how am I gonna show this? This is a long dress. And it's actually like a two-piece sort of thing, because this first layer is completely like transparent, and then it comes with, it fell down a little bit, hold on. It came with this, I don't know what to call this, just like an underdress sort of thing. So you're supposed to wear these two things together, and it has this very like fairy tale look to it. It's hard for me to show it since it's so huge, but the detailing on it is really nice. Look at that detailing on the front part of it. And then the skirt part is very sparkly. We have like these golden polka dots all over. The sleeves are the same and they're also transparent. Then the ends are like this, sort of lacy. And then the outer or the inner part of it is shorter than the dress itself. So it has a very layered look to it. This is like my perfect nymph sort of dress. And this is actually the most expensive thing that I got while I was in Japan, really, at least clothing wise. This was $50. That's extremely expensive to me. I don't know like if that's expensive really, maybe not. But as someone who is a cheap person, of course, I like to keep things cheap. So this was expensive for me, but I feel like I couldn't let go of it. And I got this while I spent my first week in Tokyo, so I figured I could spoil myself just a little bit. I got this while I was at shimokitazawa, which is, for me, I prefer shimokitazawa over harajuku because I feel like the hype for harajuku is really like up there. And I mean, it's not like I hate harajuku, it's just, it's not as amazing as everyone makes it out to be, or maybe it's because it's not really my thing anymore. I'm more of like, I don't know, a natural clothing sort of person. Do you know what I mean? Like, muted colors, nudes, not exactly like in your face sort of fashion. So I'm more of a shimokitazawa person. If you also like to thrift, definitely go to shimokitazawa. There's thrift stores everywhere. But yeah, let's move on to the next thing now. So this next thing is something I sort of freaked out when I seen it, and I'm just gonna show it to you, and you tell me why you think I freaked out. So this is what I found. Does this not look exactly like the two-piece Lolita wore in the movie? Like, look at it. We got the white trim on the top of it, the like black and white details all over it. Then it has like the straps. This is so Dolores from the movie, it's insane. I almost thought this was actually a replica of that two-piece, but it's actually just a romper. So it sort of looks like a different version of her two-piece. I think it even has pockets too, so that's nice, yeah. Nice big pockets. Now let me show you like what's on it. So we have these pretty roses. What is this word? Something in French. I don't know French. Then we have like musical notes. But yeah, this is probably the most, I guess Nymphet thing I got while I was in Japan. So the next thing sort of has that same feeling as the first dress I showed. It is this really cute, also fairy sort of looking dress. So let me show you some details. So this is the detailing on the front of it. All of the buttons are like cloth too, and they work as actual buttons. I can unbutton all of this. And then to like adjust the size of it, you have like these really cute ribbons that you're supposed to tie in the back, and you can make a cute little bow. And then on the trim of the dress, it looks like this. Like, how magical is that? I feel like a literal fairy when I wear this. I feel like when I was in Japan, I started to transition what sort of clothes I liked. Like, I feel like I'll always like Nymphet fashion, but there's just like other realms to it. But this is very like forest nymph. So yeah, this is a very, I'm going to go to the forest and be a literal nymph sort of outfit. Then the next thing I have is actually from a very expensive brand. I mentioned this brand in I think my video on where to buy Nymphet fashion, and it is from a brand called KDA. So this brand will cost you big bucks, but I was able to get this top for, I probably got it for maybe like 5 or 10, definitely no more than $10 I got this for. But it is just this really nicely made, sleeveless top. The material is really thick. Like, it has a very summery sort of spring look to it, but the cloth is so thick, so I feel like I could totally pull this off in the winter or fall too if I just like add more layers under it. And you can actually get into it by completely unzipping it like that. And let me show you what sort of flowers we got going on here. So we got like some roses, some blue flowers, some yellow ones, some almost blooming roses, and then the trim of it sort of like poofs out at the end. We have 2 little layers going on. It also has this trim going on all around it. I really want to know bad how much this costs, because this brand will charge you like at least $100 for even just a simple shirt. So I wonder how much this was, this very thick made top. But I actually got this from Closet Child, and I think I got it from the Closet Child in Osaka. I feel like I found myself preferring the Closet Child in Osaka too. I don't know. I feel like I just found a lot more stuff that I liked. So moving on to the next thing. I have this, another very fairy-esque. What is this? This is, okay, so this is it. It's a top, but it's a long top. So you have to still figure out like what you want to wear under it, or else you're going to be exposed. But this is what it looks like. So we have this top layer of it, and it's a bit transparent, but it has this flower pattern going on. Then underneath, we have this like, what is this? Like an off-white, maybe ivory sort of color. And then you can see on the bottom of it, it isn't completely straight. It's very flowy, and it does this like woo sort of thing going on. And then the straps are really cute. They're very ruffly, and they're all stretchy too. Then we have that same material going on the trim of it up there. Then we have this very cute bow going on too. And I wonder how much this was. I got this from a thrift shop that I would go to a lot, actually where I lived in Japan, in Kobe. I'm gonna say, how much was this? This definitely wasn't any more than $13. Definitely not. I'm gonna say maybe $8, because everything in this thrift store it's extremely cheap, but everything was so cute. It was mind-blowing, the things I found in this thrift store. Like, I think even more than half of my closet is all just from this thrift store now. If you want to know what it's called Orange Thrifty. I don't think it's a big chain thrift store at all. I think it's literally only in Kobe. So if you're in Kobe, or you're in Osaka and therefore you're very close to Kobe, go to Orange Thrifty, because they have extremely good stuff. And actually these next, like everything else that I'm showing is all from Orange Thrifty. So let me show you the next thing. So I have this really cute long sleeve sweater, and I really like this because of the embroidery we got going on. I feel like embroidery is extremely Nymphet. So we have these, it looks like wildflowers going on the front. This is the trim of the neck, so it's like scalloped. Then on the sleeves we have this pattern going on, and then the end of the sleeves are also scalloped. Then we got that same pattern going down here, and once again, more scallops. So I feel like this would go good with like Easter or something because of the yellow, and got some cute flowers going on. Also, I feel like everyone has difficulties figuring out like what is Nymphet fashion in the winter, because we only get like inspiration on summer looks, because that's when the movie takes place. But I feel like this is absolutely perfect. Find embroidered stuff. That is my suggestion. It's also very thick too. Like, this is a good like winter fall sort of shirt. So on to the next thing. I actually have this bag, once again from Orange Thrifty, and it's just this small little bag, but the pattern on it is so cute. So we have like flowers all over it, and we got some polka dots. What is this from? It's from Pink House Home Collection. But yeah, really simple bag. It's like made out of a cloth sort of material. But anyway, let's move on to a more springy sort of look. So I have this jacket that I love with my entire life. This is probably my most favorite jacket I have right now. And I don't know if you can see, we have cute little daisies on the front of it. Oh my god, daisies are like my favorite. And it's like a pastel color too. It's not like an in-your-face sort of daisy. And I got this in Shimokitazawa. That's where I got this. And the buttons look like this. They also have like an off-white color. I prefer off-whites, I think. They're just not as in your face as regular whites. But yeah, this is absolutely my most favorite jacket. I love daisies so much. Daisies are my absolute thing. I hope I become a daisy when I die in the afterlife. I think that would be a very fun afterlife. Then another bag I got is this one. This is actually from the brand called Milk. It's another Japanese brand. I'm not sure how expensive they are. I'm gonna lean on the side that they're expensive, but I'm not exactly sure, so don't like quote me on that. But I got it at a thrift store. I feel like this was 500 yen, so like $5. So it is a bit dirty. You can see like some dirt going on there, and like mainly right there, but it's just a little bit dirt. It's mainly that's the issue, and as long as you're carrying it on that side, then you're completely fine. but we have little hearts where these straps are hidden in. And it's a very, like, decent sized bag, you know? Like, I could totally just go out for the day with this bag and I would have everything that I need in here. I also want to show this thing that I got that I probably would have never bought unless I was planning to live in Japan for a long period of time. I got this parasol, I don't know English. I never have to say parasol or whatever. Everyone in Japan is always trying to block themselves from the sun, either to not get tan or to prevent like skin cancer, I guess. But for the most part, they just don't want to get tan because tan isn't really seen as an attractive thing in Japan. So I actually ended up getting one because Japan is so hot in the summer, and I think it's hot where I am in America too, but it's also very humid, so it feels 1,000 times hotter than it actually is, and it's rough. So parasols are good because it's just like transportable shade, you know? It's just shade that follows you around. So I ended up getting one. I also got this at Orange Thrifty. Oh, that's why I'm having trouble opening it. You can open it with like this little button. Like, it's such an extra sort of parasol, and it's very vintage, especially like, let me show you how you're supposed to do this parasol. Okay, so it comes out like this. So it looks very small. And then we have another little button, but it's not even just a button. You're supposed to like unlatch it like that. So you do that and then it falls down like this. So you undo it like that, and then on the inside, it's like the things that's making it very small are these things that get trapped inside of this, which it's supposed to get trapped, but you're supposed to take them all out like this. You know, it's just like the most extra not needed thing, but it gives it that like vintage appeal or whatever. Then we have it more normal, but these things are still flapping around, so we gotta make it large now. So you just do that like a normal parasol, and oh good, can't see what I'm doing. Ooh, and like, do you hear the clicks that go off when I do that? Wow, look how pretty. So how do I show this? It's like, it's a very silky sort of material, and we have, oh god, I can't say this in fucking English. Hydrangea? It says it on there, I can't read. June hydrangea, oh, I can't say it. In Japanese, it's called ajise, okay? Why is it so hard to say in English? And I literally never say it in English either, so whoops. But yeah, these flowers are all around Japan in the summer. And this one actually has pink ones, so I'm all about that life. And we got some like red, I don't know, or maybe they're cherries or something mixed in there. And we can see it says June hydrangea on it. But yeah, I would always walk around in Japan carrying my little parasol, trying not to get too hot and gross looking. So this really helped. If you're going to be in Japan in the summer, I suggest getting one of these, because I also got really tired of getting tan lines. God, Okinawa fucked me up. Okinawa got me good. I've never been so sunburnt. It was the most unattractive thing that I have ever done to myself. I made a big fucking oopsie doing that. Now for my very last thing I want to show you, it's another little jacket, but it's very like a light sort of jacket. This would be good for like early fall or spring because it's very airy. So we have this lace trim going around the top part of it, and then the buttons are clear like that, and it's this nice creamy sort of color. I feel like I prefer creamy sort of colors compared to whites and stuff, because it has a lighter sort of feeling to it. So those were all of the best things that I got while I was thrifting in Japan. I could totally make a part 2 to this if you wanted, because I got a ton of cute stuff while I was in Japan. If you want to see a part 2, please tell me in the comments. Remember to follow me on Instagram and Tumblr. So yeah, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!